New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. We invite you to join our prayer broadcast every day at 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Send us your prayer requests or schedule a private prayer session by emailing prayer@ntmedia.org. And now, it's time to pray together.
Hello, folks. Good morning and welcome to prayers for September 8th, 2025. My name is Muro. I'm a prayer practitioner here on the New Thought Media Network. And this is a delight and an honor to be able to spend time with you in prayer. It's a beautiful community that we have here online. Being able to connect across time, across space, it's magnificent. And you are such an incredibly important part of that. So delighted to be here with you. Is there anything that you would like prayer for today? If there is, remember that you can either put something into the comments, and as long as I see it, either before I start to pray or before I leave, I will hold your intention. Or, I should say, or you could put a request here online at www.ntmedia.org/prayer. And that request will go to everyone on our prayer team. So, we never want to be held back. We never want to be limited because we have not considered the power of prayer. This morning, I get my inspiration from this quote. This comes from Reverend Dr. Daniel Lee Morgan from his book, Guidance for a Spiritual Journey. It's a wonderful daily reader. And this is what he wrote. He says, "You cannot become great and think small. Neither can you remain small and think great. Thought is the original source of all wealth, all success, all material, all great discoveries and invention, and of all achievement." Now, of course, when we're talking about things like wealth and invention and such, obviously we're talking about from the human side. But we have the ability to exceed so much more than we think possible, because we are so much more than our human side alone. I am not particularly good at times with quotes, but I'm pretty good with paraphrasing. So I'll paraphrase this one. We are often thinking of ourselves as being afraid of doing something because we don't think we're good enough, when the reality is what we're really afraid of is how powerful we are. Another quote that I can mangle, if I can remember it. Who are you to think small? I mean, you were created by love itself. You were created of the same stuff that the stars are created of. You are magnificent. So let's take this into prayer. Think of ways in which you think of yourself. Think of ways in which you think and rise up. Think of ways in which you think of yourself and hold yourself down. And let's recognize and let's hold the importance of our thoughts and the power of our thoughts. So I'll invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze, whichever is comfortable and safe for you to do. Allow yourself to truly tune into this exact moment. Because when we think of our thoughts, and we do think about our thoughts, for them to be powerful, we need to give them attention. We need to give them the focus that makes such a great difference. And so today, I'm going to start with this focus. I'm going to start with the focus that I and each of us was created of the same stuff as the stars themselves. Each of us was created by the same brilliance, the same magnificence, the same all-powerful force that rules the universe. And just as each of our cells has so much going on, and it's a world in and of itself at the microcosm level, so too is all of that held together at the macrocosm level. The power that exists in the physical world itself is immense. And each of us is part of that. Each of us is a part of nature itself. Each of us is nature. And so we have within us a blueprint of this incredible power, this incredible energy, this incredible harmonious cycling. But do we hold to that? Do we recognize it? Do we allow it to inform us? Do we allow it to give us a confidence that there is a force and a power in this universe that we are capable of accessing? And now I add into that, besides what I can see and feel and hear around me in the physical world, I add to that my faithful knowledge, that deep feeling. It's not simply an intellectual thing. It's this deep feeling within of who and whose I am, how I am connected to the power of the One, to the power of the Creator. And I have been given, as has each of us, the power to co-create our life experience. There are things in life that we can co-create in and of itself. We can make decisions. We can make choices to do things or to not do things. We can make choices to say things or not. We don't often have the ability to decide exactly what is going to happen to us. In fact, I don't know anyone who has ever had that capability. But I do know that each and every one of us has always had the capability to decide what we want our life experience to be. And so when we look at something like love, we can see love as a transaction and find that it's very lacking. We can see relationships and love as a way that we communicate, a way that we express who and whose we are, a way that we express our connection, a way that we express our respect and our connection with another. We get to decide how we want to use our power, how we want to use our energy, how we want to align our thinking with what we believe. And we get to decide to align our actions with our values. So we have what we believe to be true. We have what, as a result of that, we value. And we have, as a result of that, if we are paying attention, we have an indication of how to act, how to react. But even our thoughts are part of this equation because we have the opportunity to decide how we want to align our thinking. Many thoughts come to me that I would prefer not to have, but I have the choice, first of all, to be compassionate with myself rather than beating myself up saying, oh, how could I possibly have thought that? It's like, why am I thinking that? What is it in that thought that's important for me to know? And then compassionately find that information and see how I can turn that thought around into something that is productive. Whenever I find myself thinking, I don't want this, I don't want that, I try to consider the why of that. And from that why, I often can get to what I do want. And so being able to make that shift in my thoughts takes me from being limited, takes me from being small, if you will, to being able to expand, to be able to be great. We speak of spiritual enlightenment. Spiritual enlightenment is something that we can bring about in our life. We can actually open ourselves to, because we're never going to be more spiritual than we already are. It's a matter of our perception of ourselves. It's a matter of perception of our connection with the One. A matter of our perception of all that we're capable of. But once we have understood that, we actually have to make a decision to put that away. If we talk about a spiritual awakening, there is no spiritual snooze button. It is always our opportunity to move forward, to stay where we are, or to ignore what we know, and in essence, feel that we are going backwards. And so today, my focus is on being attentive to my thoughts, being attentive to the direction in which they bring me, being attentive to the knowledge that I can incorporate the wisdom of the One. I can incorporate the love that contains this passion and discernment. And I can allow that to focus me. I can allow that to guide me. I can allow that to bring about the greatest, the most effective, the most fulfilled, and the most fulfilling experience of life for myself and for those with whom I interact. Because, as I had said earlier, we are all part of nature. We are all interconnected. Whatever it is that we feel, whatever it is that we think, whatever it is that we bring into this world contributes to the overall consciousness. Let us contribute love. Let us contribute hope. Let us contribute a sense of absolute true compassion and a recognition of the fellowship with all, the connection to all, and recognize that there is no other. There is only the One. There is only us. So I hold this knowledge I hold this truth, and I find it not only satisfying, I find it joyful. And in this confidence, I can release this word to the law because I know that the law always says yes. And in that confidence and in that joy and in that thanksgiving, I release that word. And so it is. Do whatever it is that you need to do today to recognize your brilliance, to recognize your greatness, to recognize and be connected at all times with the knowledge that you are loved and you are love. Till we meet again, namaste.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network. Come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings. On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then,